Sir, my equipment and personal effects have been stowed in full accordance with Transport Code Section 2. If I may say so again, sir, it is truly an honor to be selected for Havoc Squad.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Dorn.
Thank you very much, sir. I intend to begin reviewing and memorizing all relevant dossiers and intelligence reports on our assignment immediately. If I discover any points of confusion or areas where I believe I can contribute, I'll submit a full 587B report.
Carry on, Dorn.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
What can I do for you, Dorn?
As a condition of my service in the Republic military, Personnel Division requires that I report regularly on my activities. However, my Havoc Squad missions are classified and cannot be shared with Personnel Division. I'd like to ask if you would vouch for me when I report in.
I'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, sir. We should use the ship's secure line. Captain Kaylor, this is Elara Dawn, personnel number 22795, reporting in per Regulation 449.
Please, Elara, you don't have to give me the full rundown every time. I know who you are. How are things?
Well enough, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the commander of Havoc Squad, my new CO. Sir, this is Captain Kaylor, Army Personnel Division.
Good to meet you, Captain.
The pleasure's mine. Meeting you is a real honor. Tell me about being in the top squad in the Republic, Elara. You must be keeping very busy.
I'm sorry, Captain, but you aren't authorized to know about Havoc Squad's activities. My CO will have to vouch for me from now on.
What? Elara, I don't want to be a hard case, but rules are rules. This top secret junk won't fly.
All Havoc Squad activities are highly classified, Captain. I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Just carry on, Elara. We'll talk about this after I've had a word with my superiors. Kaylor out.
I wasn't expecting him to react so strongly. Surely he didn't expect me to report on classified information.
Protecting classified information is a top priority.
Yes, sir. I'm surprised the captain didn't agree. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have several matters to attend to. Thank you for your time. Sir, I feel I owe you an apology. After we spoke with Captain Kaylor, I was unnecessarily curt with you. You've been very supportive. That hasn't always been the case with Republic personnel I've dealt with since defecting.
I wouldn't be much of a CO if I didn't watch out for my people.
It's greatly appreciated, sir. People distrust me as soon as I speak. They only hear my accent. Even when I'm not a potential spy, I'm a resource. Endless questions about Imperial culture, personnel, military procedures. It's exhausting.
You're a good soldier, Dorn. Don't worry about what other people expect.
Thank you, sir. I really don't complain by nature. Mistrust and inconvenience are a small price to pay for a clear conscience. I don't regret defecting to the Republic at all. Despite my past, I was allowed to join the military, earn commendations and serve in the Republic's most elite squad. I'm very fortunate.
The Republic is lucky to have you.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be here. Sir, I wondered if I might ask a personal question about the former Havoc Squad member's defection. What was it like to have your commander and comrades join the enemy? How did you feel?
I was shocked. I never saw it coming.
Tavis and the others must have been hiding their plans very carefully. I've always wondered how my family took the news of my defection. It must have been difficult for them to understand.
Your family is still in the Empire?
Oh yes. The Dawns are very proud of their history within the Empire. Members of the Dawn family have served with distinction in the Imperial military for generations. It's an important family tradition. It isn't easy to reach prominence in the Empire with no aptitude for the Force, but my family did it. I hope they're all still well.
It can't be easy to fight against your family's side.
It is a consequence I accepted when I chose to defect. I don't give it a second thought. If I may say so, sir, you've had quite an impressive career. You're the commander of the most elite squad in the entire Republic. You must be quite proud.
Serving in Havoc Squad has been the greatest honor of my career.
I remember when I first enlisted and qualified for medical specialization. My brother Alexei completed his technical specialization on the same day. We were both proud to finally serve in the Imperial military. My brother advanced quickly, but I became disillusioned as time went on.
Why did you become disillusioned?
The Imperial military was supposed to stand for honor and discipline, but my superiors discarded those concepts any time a Sith asked it. I'd always been taught that the Jedi and the Republic were genocidal hypocrites, but the only brutalities I witnessed were committed by my own comrades.
Did you try to change things, or did you defect right away?
I raised my concerns with my superiors, but they only questioned my resolve. Soon, I would have been forced to prove my loyalty by carrying out orders directly against my conscience. I chose to defect instead.
I'd say you made the right move, Dorn.
Once I'd made the decision, I slipped away during my squad's next night patrol. I was gone before anyone realized it. I surrendered to the first Republic patrol I came across and declared my intention to defect. That was over 3 years ago. It's strange to realize how long it's been. The Republic truly feels like my home now. Sir, I need to speak to you immediately. I've received a strange holomessage that appears to bear Imperial signal codes. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted you present to supervise and confirm that I'm not engaged in secret communications with Imperial personnel.
We better watch it immediately.
Yes, sir. I'll load it now.
Elara, it's me, Alexei. I hope you're well. It's been a long time.
Alexei? Sir, this message is from my brother. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Let's hear the rest of the message first.
I'm sorry to contact you like this, but I need your help. My men and I, we're as good as dead. We're on SWtOR. We were caught tampering with one of the Hutt's operations. We never dreamed the slugs would have so much security. These Hutts are Imperial allies, Elara. There is no rescue team. We'll be disavowed and left to die. Please. You're my only hope now.
How do we know Alexei isn't leading us into a trap?
We should proceed with caution. But I don't believe my brother is lying to us. I believe I can bring him to our side. I know my brother better than anyone. I can convince him to defect. Perhaps it's best if I see to this matter alone, sir. Alexei will be much easier to convince if he doesn't feel outnumbered.
If you can bring him in willingly, then all the better.
Coordinates are included at the end of the message. I'll prep my gear for search and rescue. The operation was a complete success, sir. Per Code 23 of the Enemy Interaction Guidelines, Alexei officially defected to the Galactic Republic. Given the circumstances, we didn't have much time to catch up, but I have my brother back. Thank you for allowing me to help him.
I'm happy to hear that everything worked out.
Hopefully Personnel Division will allow me to stay in contact with Alexei. Not privately, of course, and help guide him through the defection process. I should start compiling notes for him. Thanks again, sir. Sir, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've received a troubling message from Captain Kaylor, my supervisory officer from Personnel Division. He ordered me to contact him immediately. I hoped you could join me for the conversation.
I'd be glad to.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll raise him on the holo now. Captain Kaylor, this is Elara Dawn, personnel number 22795, reporting in per your request.
Always the whole mess, every time. Anyway, yes, thank you for returning my call, Elara. It's about this whole situation with your brother. You did a great job, obviously, but people are starting to think you have more information than you're sharing.
We got a lead and Elara acted on it. End of story.
Maybe, maybe not. Elara, if you have information you'd like to share, I think this would be a good time for you to come in.
I appreciate the offer, but I have no further information of value to you.
Suit yourself. I have work to do. Kaylor out.
He's still demanding more. After everything I've done, what do I have to do to prove myself?
You're a good soldier, Elara. You got nothing to prove.
Thank you, sir. But I think it's clear that some people don't feel the same way. Let's just get back to work. I'd rather focus on something else for a while. Sir, I need your approval to requisition some supplies for my medical kit. I've categorized the items by relative priority. Everything fits within our allotment under Supply Code 18, but items near the bottom of the list can wait if necessary.
You know what you're doing, Dorn. Request approved.
Thank you. I'll have this submitted immediately. We're fortunate to be serving in Special Forces. We get priority when requesting supplies like these. I've heard that regular army units must now wait several weeks to receive high-demand items. Increased hostilities are taking their toll.
If we don't get hurt, we won't need to use medical supplies.
I'll still keep us fully stocked. just in case. Thank you, sir. I'm still quite concerned about Captain Elara and his accusations, sir. If Personnel Division thinks I'm withholding information about the Empire, they can continue hounding me under Security Regulation 15. I think if men like Elara had their way, I'd be locked in a room reciting the minutiae of Imperial culture until the end of time.
I won't let them do that to you, Elara.
Thank you. I truly appreciate everything you do for me. I do sometimes wonder if I'm being unfair, though. I'm one of the only people in the Republic with extensive knowledge of Imperial culture. Perhaps I have a responsibility to do what few others can, even if it's not what I'd like to be doing.
You shouldn't be forced to do anything.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way. I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this with me, sir. I'll leave you to your other duties. I'm afraid I have another requisition form that requires your attention, sir. Our shipboard rations have fallen somewhat below the levels outlined in Code 18, and the Quartermaster Corps restocking estimate is currently 9 weeks. As an alternative, I'd like to supplement our food stores with products from public sources. Real food, as Jorgen would say, but commanding officer approval is required.
It can't hurt to mix up the menu a bit. Make it happen.
I'll have us back to standard stock levels in no time. Thank you for your time, sir. Sir, I need to speak with you urgently. It's Captain Elara. He's trying to open a formal inquiry into my status as a defector. If it proceeds, I could be pulled from active duty.
I'm not losing you to some desk jockey.
Let's hope not, sir. Elara's message said that testimony from a civilian security officer on Taris forced him to proceed with the inquiry. The officer's name is Raidu. He temporarily commanded my squad during a Republic senator's visit. The senator was killed, and Raidu is blaming me for the mistakes he made.
How do we clear this situation up?
I need to speak to Raidu on Taris. I have a right to face my accuser, and I intend to do so. I'd best set out and deal with this right away. The sooner the matter is settled, the better our chances of avoiding Elara's inquiry. Sir, I'm pleased to report that my plan to confront Raidu was a success. When faced with the extensive contradictory documentation I'd prepared on the matter, he admitted to misremembering certain key facts, and will now testify appropriately.
Glad you were able to turn the situation around.
So am I. An actual hearing would have held me away from my duties for months at the very least. We seem to have an incoming holocall.
Dorn, this is Elara. What's going on here? I just got word from Raidu that he's recanting his testimony.
You got nothing on Dorn, Elara.
You've done nothing but interfere in my work. I'm getting tired of it. I used to think you were cooperating with us, Elara. But you're hiding something, and I will find out what.
I followed every rule, shared everything I know. Why does this continue?
Elara's just overzealous. We'll convince him eventually.
I appreciate your patience, sir. Let's hope you're right. Sir, I have excellent news. I've secured permission for us to use Form 859RA for our after-action reports, instead of the older 859R.
How is the new one different?
The form has been significantly streamlined for ease of completion, a full 1/6 shorter. This should result in a cumulative time savings of more than 90 minutes within 4 weeks. It should be quite pleasant. We've been through quite a bit, haven't we, sir? Since I joined Havoc Squad, I've seen more combat and performed more medical treatments than in my entire career beforehand. I've learned a great deal.
I'm glad you're getting some good experience here.
First-hand experience is always the best. I couldn't be prouder to be a part of Havoc Squad. I'm serving the Republic and becoming a better soldier and medic every day. And I have you to thank for it all. Most officers would never have given me this chance, but you did. Thank you.
You earned it, Elara. Nothing more to be said.
Oh, there can be quite a distance from earning something to receiving it. I owe you my gratitude. Enough talk. Let's put some of this experience to work, shall we?